So recently people have been asking me how I control recoil or how to improve it, as well as their aim. So I've been telling people it's all from terrorist hunts, and people have been asking to show them. So this is my best way to control recoil and aim, as well as this is like the warm-up routine that I usually do before I go and play ranked. Now, although I'm on controller, this will help you even if you're on mouse and keyboard. And this is this is like controller PC, but even if you're on console, it'll help you if you're on PC with mouse and keyboard. So no matter what platform you're on, this will work, don't worry. But in my last video, I had some people in the comments asking me like what my settings were, what my sense was, what was my dead zone. So these are my settings right here. I play on 35 vertical, 100 horizontal, 5 dead zone on each, classic controller rotation, and 100 ADS. Now you don't have to use this, use whatever sense you want, fast, slow, it's really all preference. This is just what I got used to. Now the first thing to do for terrorist hunts, what I do, is go into options, go to matchmaking preferences, and obviously turn off all the other terrorist hunts besides the elimination of the origin, like the regular one, and turn off all the maps that are not house, because house is the smallest, fastest, and you will run through as many terrorist hunts as you can way faster. Alright, now once you are inside of house, this is what I like to do. I like to clear out the master bedroom, go where an ammo crate is, and once there's no more enemies, just start shooting at the wall and testing out my recoil patterns, see how it's looking. I'll start off up close until I am like comfortable with how the pattern is and how I'm controlling it. And once I am comfortable, I'll back up and go further back. But I think this is the best way because you have the ammo crate right next to you. You clear out the enemies up top, and you can just completely spray as many bullets as you want into the wall. Now, this I think helps as well when it comes to completely controlling it, even your aim. I think this helps. But if you look at it from a further point, like this is the harder part. Up close is pretty easy, but it's the longer range. In my opinion, that is the hardest, and it's also while moving. That's why what I'll try and do is I'll try and like have a really good recoil when I'm moving around a lot. You'll see that. Try and move around a lot and control the recoil. But now, when I go into IQ, it's a much different recoil because Buck is way harder compared to IQ. Like, look at this. Like, I can laser with IQ way easier than I can laser with Buck. And that's just generally because, obviously, the recoil patterns and certain guns, that's going to affect everything as well. That's why if you want to use Buck or someone with a higher recoil, or you're having trouble with an operator, just go into this and do this with that operator. And you will start to learn the pattern of it, learn everything that you need to know, and overall you'll definitely see an improvement. This is how I was able to use Buck, because when I was on console, I never used Buck, but now I do use him, so I can control it. As you can see here, even on IQ, from further ranges, I'm getting better with it. Now once you're comfortable with your recoil, what I like to do is to see your vertical and horizontal recoil, I'll go into workshop and I'll start to shoot at these bars. Now, it's very hard, even I mess up here, in my opinion, and like at first it's hard, and then you could switch to horizontal, and go for the horizontal or the vertical, and it really just shows how you control the recoil. See if you're controlling, making it go left, making it go right, and try and just completely get it, like, down. Like, in my opinion, this is, like, pretty hard for me, at least for, like, Buck and other weapons, but once you start to do it more, you'll notice it gets easier and easier, and it helps, in my opinion, when I go into game, and I'm trying to shoot. Because it just helps me understand it as you do it more and more often and practice it every day, or just before you get into a ranked game. Now when it comes to aim, as well as when it comes to just recoil in general, the number one thing that you need to do, the first rule, is finding your sense. Now it's kind of hard if you don't already have a sense, or if you want to change sense, just like mess around with it. This is the best time to do it in terrorist hunts, honestly. So once you find your sense that you actually enjoy, just go ahead and just start doing like a lot of terrorist hunts with it, and you'll get used to it. That's what like the sense affects your recoil control, because if you can't control pulling down, if it's too fast for you, it's gonna mess it up completely. But it also messes up your aim. I think the number one way to get your aim better is doing terrorist hunts. You could do casual, but terrorist hunts is just so much easier, faster, and you're not dying really. So the best way to do terrorist hunts is I just listen to music. That's why you might hear in the background of some of these clips, or I might mute it, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, is I'll just blast some music, and even if I'm not about to play ranked, I'll just go in and just practice my aim for like even an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and it helps tremendously. That's how I used to be shit with the sense, playing 100 ADS. When I first started, I was so bad, and even if I don't go into a terrorist hunt today, even though I've been playing it for 2 years, I still have trouble. Like, that's why you've seen some of these clips. My aim's not the best. But that's because I just got into a terrace hunt. You know what I mean? I'm warming up my shot for ranked, or I'm just warming up to warm up. So overall, the number one best way is just finding your sense and just doing terrace hunts. And once you find your sense and do terrace hunts, as you do them more and more every day, you will notice an improvement. It's gonna completely change everything, I'm telling you. And the last thing for recoil, it is not just recoil when you're standing still. It also obviously matters when you're moving. So if you're playing these terrace hunts, just try out different things. If you want to get better at getting headshots, just go around shooting the heads of them and just put it on normal. And if you're trying to get better with your aim while you're moving, or your recoil rather, while you're moving, just move around and obviously shoot them. Just strafe left to right. Run around pretty fast and see what you can do, and just you'll notice yourself get better overall. So to recap this, to help your recoil and aim, you need to find your sense. That is the number one thing. Find your sense. To help your recoil, go into terrace hunts and just start shooting at walls. Sit next to an ammo box, shoot at walls, go further, go closer until you feel comfortable. And aim, just blast some music and do terrace hunts for 20, 30, an hour, doesn't matter, until you feel comfortable. And just do that every day, and you will, without a doubt, see your aim get better. So if you enjoyed this, just let me know. I'm just trying to help everyone get better. I'm trying to get better myself, trying to hit diamond this season. I haven't even played much this season yet, but I hope you all enjoyed the video, and just let me know below. If you need any more questions, any more video ideas that you want me to do, just let me know. Peace.